What's going on, family? How y'all doing out there? I'm doing pretty well. I'm so excited to talk to you all again. Um, I want to basically, before I get into the discussion for today, I just want to remind everybody about my books. These are my three books I have written. I'm sure one at a time. The Reviving Society, which is my first book, is out in stores. My second book, Restoring Self, Back to Your Roots. Second book is out in stores. And then my third book, Status of an Awakening King. Yes, it's finally here. It's finally here, guys. I'm like excited about it. So definitely copy one, two, or all three of my books because they're definitely informative, inspiring. I do a lot of encouraging, and that's what I like to write about. All right. Now that that is out of the way, first of all, what's going on, family? I mean, it's been a minute since I had a conversation with you guys, but we definitely need to talk about some things that has been transpiring in this country. And I want to start off with what happened. Um, the Kanye West tweets. Now, a lot of people might say, which I also kind of think as well, that he might be just promoting an album or something of that nature. Kind of agree to that to a certain extent because I think he does have some new music coming out pretty soon. But what he said triggered a lot of people, which made me realize that we together as a whole, as a country, as Black people, Indigenous, African American, whatever label you want to put us as, have is still basically divided amongst each other, ourselves. And the more division that we have amongst our own selves is going to continue to put us in a state, I want to say, of perpetual damnation, if that makes any sense. We're going to continue to have issues with police brutality, white, I don't want to say supremacists because they're not superior. White people who are in office, such as like the House of Representatives or the government or whatnot, we're going to constantly have issues with them not passing laws and things of that nature if we don't come together. So division here in our country is the reason why we can't get ahead of anything. Is the reason why we're so-called behind. Is the reason why we're so-called the minority. Is the reason why we're constantly getting killed and all we're going to do is protest and talk about it instead of come together and make a change. So that's what I got when people reacted to what Kanye had to say. So if you don't know by now, Kanye basically was stating mental slavery. He said that slavery was a choice. And a lot of people like, oh, hell no. Slavery ain't no damn choice. Our ancestors, that's disrespectful to our ancestors and all of that stuff. Well, let's just take a minute to really realize what he's saying. He's saying that after so long of you being in bondage, most of the people did not have the mental capacity to get themselves out of that situation. And the reason why I will say he's correct on that part is because you have freedom fighters and revolutionists and all of these people that came, such as Harriet Tubman, such as Frederick Douglass, such as all of these people who have came in history, like Nat Turner, who rebelled against the slave masters and wanted their freedom. There are people that were in history who actually chose, listen to the wording here, to fight against slavery. So I would, on a limb, I might get criticized in the comments for this, but I might have to agree with Kanye West. So it goes to basically the topic of this video, which is control your universe. You are in control of what's going on in your life. Have you ever heard of the law of attraction? You know, what you think, you shape your reality through your thoughts, or you shape your world through your thoughts. And what you think is what's going to, come and happen to you. So if you're thinking about being a wealthy person, you have a business plan, you have thoughts, you have all of these things in your mind, and you see a future for yourself, you constantly put yourself in a position to get to that future. Eventually, it will happen. And he is basically, Kanye was trying to get people to open their minds to the fact that you are in control of your universe. Everything that happens starts with self. Let's get that straight first. You want your life to be better. You want to move out the hood. You want to lose weight. You want to have a beautiful home. You want to be a teacher. You want to be an artist. You want to sing. You want to rap. You want to be the next president. You have to have a thought process that anything that comes in your way, you won't be deterred from it. Now, being president might be a little tricky because of the certain things that is aligned with presidency in the United States of America. There's a lot of conspiracy theories and things like that I'm not going to get into in this video on that topic. But the main focus that I'm telling you is that the way you think and how you feel about you is going to be your outcome on the outside in this reality. That's what I'm getting at. You control your universe. Everything starts with self. Which I talk about also in my books. A lot of times people, I want to say, are afraid because of the constant subliminal messaging and everything that attacks your psyche and your mental stability, such as propaganda in the media, your environment. If you're in the hood or the projects where all you know is Black people selling drugs and raping and robbing and causing all types of chaos around you, it's very hard to keep a positive mindset. But you have to also realize that without pressure, you won't have any diamonds. So even though you're coming through or coming up with so many things in your life that could be an obstacle to you, your mindset of how your mental strength, which is also tied to your soul, will determine um, if you're going to get out of that situation. Control your universe. I just, when it comes to myself and why I make these YouTube videos, it is for people to realize that you can come from absolutely just average. And that's where I was at. Growing up, average, things got to me, such as my high school or church or television had a big influence on my mind. It wasn't until I gotten older that I realized that everything in my world I wanted there, and everything that had got away from me, I mentally took out. So be in control of your universe. You have that power. Taking responsibility and accountability for your actions will give you the space you need to go from average to great. I always tell people that there is a thin line between good and great. Good is you practice you practice your skill when you're told to. Great is when you practice your skill when you're not. And that's what I'm going to leave for you guys for today. Be in control of your universe. Get you some copies of my books. They're out. They're out. This is my first two. This is my third one. They're all out in stores. You can get it online. And I want y'all to stay up, family. Peace.